Red Bull Racing has just shown us the first pictures of the car that will see Max Verstappen try to defend his first world title. So just like we did with the Haas VF22, let's take a look at it, shall we? Okay, so here it is. So this will be Red Bull's contender for next year. This is the RB18. So as you can see, I'm recording this right as the car got released, so this will be my first impressions. So the first thing we can see is that Oracle has a massive presence on this car, so you can see Oracle right here is a major sponsor of the team now, and you can see that the team actually changed their name and now it's Oracle Red Bull Racing Team. So this is their new title sponsor. You cannot see Honda anywhere in the car because now this is a Red Bull powertrains powered car. If you look at the car, it's about the same livery, and even though I really love this livery, I think that the Red Bull is always one of the most beautiful cars in the Formula 1 grid. I just think that they missed the trick right here, because Red Bull usually has some amazing launch liveries, and with the start of a new era of Formula 1, I really expected Red Bull to take this opportunity to make a really special launch livery. Now that's not the case. We just get the same livery as last year, but with a little bit more of Oracle in it and with a little bit less of Honda, because of course Honda are not in it anymore. Now, by taking a look at the car, there's something that's really obvious to me right away, and that this is not the Red Bull Racing's final car. This is just a show car. So from looking at all of the details in the car and comparing them with the car that we saw at Silverstone, the full car model, you can see that this car will not be the final car, and let me tell you why I think that it is. And it all begins with the front wing. So this front wing is a really basic design that's even more basic than the Haas. So with Haas, you saw that there were 4 elements on the front wing, and that fourth element in the front actually made for a really nice pathway for the air to go under the car and under the nose. And you saw that the Haas also had a little bit more of a sculpted front end. Now this Red Bull is just very beautiful, and this is much prettier than the Haas, but it's pretty for all the wrong reasons. So it's only got 3 elements in the front, and you can see that the nose is rounded at the front instead of having that sharp edge that the Haas have, and they just aren't using all of the legal areas that they can. But what really tells me that this is a show car is the side pods. So these side pod inlets are massive, and you don't expect Red Bull to have such massive inlets. Now these are much bigger than last year, and there's really no reason for the engine to need more cooling this year than last year, when it will be basically the same engine. And if Red Bull needed such big side pods as they are showing here, they would be in a big trouble, because you saw with the Haas that their air inlets were very small, and if Haas could have such small air inlets and Red Bull needed so big air inlets, it would mean that the Honda engine, which is now the Red Bull powertrains engine, would need much more cooling, and as you know, cooling generates drag, so Red Bull would be in a massive disadvantage against the Ferrari powertrains powered teams at least. Now I have to say, I love this detail here around the wheels, and I love that teams are putting sponsors on the floor now. I think it's a great place for sponsors, and you can see that the car is just full of sponsors because of Max Verstappen World Championship. Now as I said, I love this detail around the wheels. I think putting a red trim around the wheel covers just makes the car pop, and I think we can expect to see a lot of teams put details here around the wheels. But then again, we will have to wait until Barcelona to see the full car, the full spec car that they are going to bring to the first race. Now, STM at Marduk said on Twitter, the only thing that changed in the car's livery is the one. And again, I think that this is a missed opportunity, and even though I like Red Bull a lot and I like their livery a lot, I think that they could have used at least this opportunity with the new generation of cars to have a launch livery just like they usually do, and just like they did back in 2018, 17, etc. with the Camo Bulls. Now, unlike the Haas, there are not many technical details here at all, and I really don't expect that an Adrian Newey designed car will look like this, with such big side pod inlets and with no DRS. I just think that this will be a show car, and especially, as I said, by that front wing. And you can check out my video right here on the Haas VF22 if you want to see what a real 2022 car will probably look like, even though the Haas that was shown to us was in very early stages of development. It looks more realistic than this one, and even though this car is very beautiful and I love this livery. I just think that Red Bull again missed the trick and that this is just a show car. So definitely stay tuned in this channel because I will have more content on the Red Bull RB18 once we get to see the full car and not only this livery reveal on a show car, and you can expect that video somewhere around the Barcelona testing when it starts and they are forced to reveal their hand. And just remember this detail that I said here in the Sidepods. I think that this is what will tell us if it's a show car or a real car. If we see small sidepod inlets, it is a real car, and if we see these massive sidepod inlets, it will be a show car. And then again, pay attention to the front wing, it's also a very clear sign. So those were my opinions for the launch of the 2022 Oracle Red Bull Racing RB18, and that's a mouthful. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video showing you the car and my first impressions to it, and even though it's just a show car, I really enjoyed making these videos. And if you do as well, you can check out my video on the Haas VF22 right here. So that's been it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next car launch. Goodbye!